So, you're thinking about opening a salon. Maybe you're tired of working for someone else, or you've got this vision of running things your way, creating the vibe that you want. And I am not here to talk you out of it, but I'm also not here to sugarcoat it. I've been a hairdresser for 10 years and a salon owner for a good chunk of that time. And let me tell you, salon ownership is one of those things where the highs are really high, and the lows can make you question every life choice you have ever made. Which is why today I am breaking down the real pros and cons of running a salon business. Not the Instagram highlight reel version, but the actual honest truth. And stick around because later in this video, I'm going to show you 3 different booking platforms that can genuinely make or break your daily operations. Let's dive in. So, let's start with the good stuff, because there is so much good stuff, and it's what keeps me going even on the hardest days. So pro number 1 is that you get to touch lives in a truly positive way. Look, as humans, we find satisfaction in creating something tangible with our hands. That's universal to most all of us. But salon work goes way beyond that. We're not just creating, we're directly, positively impacting the way that people move about their lives and perceive themselves. Because hair, it just says so much about us as individuals. Getting to help someone look the way that they feel inside, or even better than they imagined, it's literally like magic. Whether you're a barber giving someone their confidence back with a fresh cut and a beard shape up, or a colorist helping someone feel bold and beautiful, that impact is real and you get to feel it every single day. Pro number 2 is that it changes you for the better. And this one honestly surprised me. I didn't expect that successfully running a business, managing people, and building repeat clientele would fundamentally change me as a person. But it did. Running a salon proved to me that I can do hard things. I can solve complex problems effectively, and I do have control over my own life, my choices, and my future. That confidence will spread into every other area of your life. It is so powerful. Pro number 3 is that you're kind of bulletproof. And here's what I mean by that. AI, greedy corporations, all the things happening in the world today, they can't really touch us. Sure, yes, I will say there are a few chain salons out there, even big national, international ones. But I've worked at a few of them, and for me, none of the big national or global ones have any real human connection or genuine connection with their clients at the end of the day. If you can really connect with people and make them feel special, and I'm talking about, simple stuff at the end of the day, like emailing them on their birthday or keeping their favorite retail products in stock, you have a marketing machine that no corporate conglomerate is ever going to be able to compete with. You don't have to worry about the equivalent of a Walmart opening up in town and killing your mom and pop business the way other small business owners do. Our clients come to us because of our skills, yes, but more importantly, because of the experience. That makes us bulletproof if we can just do it well. But with all of that said, let's talk about the stuff that's hard now. This is the stuff that I genuinely wish someone had warned me about before I dove in. So con number 1 is that people are complicated. And that's just exhausting. It just is. From toxic clients to toxic stylists, most situations in a salon aren't black and white. They're messy. For example, you have a stylist who is actively trying to improve. They're making progress, but they're still late every single day, and their clients complain that they always smell like cigarette smoke. In a corporate environment, this person would be fired using a 3 strikes policy. Done. But in a salon, this is someone you know, someone you care about. So do you keep sacrificing your business to give them another chance because you see how great they could be? Or do you let them go and risk them starting a smear campaign against you? Or here's another one. You have a client who is always 15 to 20 minutes late. But otherwise, they're kind, apologetic, maybe even a great tipper. They buy retail. At what point do you ban them? In both scenarios, you as the salon owner are forced to choose between your personal peace and what's best for your business. These situations are messy, draining, and it never really stops. Because con number 2 is that policies feel terrible at first. Creating a no-show or cancellation policy, either way, really sucks at first. You feel like the bad guy. You feel inflexible because you want to help people. You want to give them their appointment. But the first time you have to actually charge someone for that no-show policy, the guilt gets even worse. But what I will say is by the fifth or sixth time, you will A, be so grateful that you have that income protection in place, and B, you will start to really feel out what's fair to have in your policy versus what's not. I would say that the first few times you need to use your no-show or cancellation policy, it's normal to bend it or change it a little bit because a scenario has come up that you just didn't anticipate. But by the time you get to the fifth or sixth one and your income is yet again protected, you're going to realize what parts matter, what parts don't, and how to offer this to clients without feeling like the worst person in the world. Because ultimately, your clients, they might love you, but they just don't see your business as your livelihood the same way that you do. And that's just reality. But it does get easier, especially as you attract clients who truly respect your time the longer you're open. So that will get easier over time. But what doesn't get easier is staff management. Every time you think you have seen it all and heard it all, your next hire will have a brand new challenge. Maybe they're amazing at retail sales, but can't finish a service on time to save their life. Great with color, but can't actually communicate well when it comes to rebooking those clients. Because every single person is unique, you can never really develop a bulletproof system or policy for navigating staff management and staff issues. Just have to deal with it as it comes. And that, again, can be draining to try to figure out every single time. That refunds and discounts can be a bit of a nightmare in this industry. Because if someone buys a physical product and they don't like it, they return it for a refund. They give the product back, they get their money back. It's simple. But in beauty, you can't glue hair back on. You can't undo a haircut. So you're constantly left deciding, do I give a full refund just to make this go away? Do I offer a free redo even though I know I didn't do anything wrong? Do I try to negotiate to get a little bit more money out of this so it's not a complete loss for me? Because these situations also are different every single time, it's hard to create a clear-cut policy like any color refund must be requested in 48 hours. That said, it is absolutely possible to put together policies that protect your revenue without making customers feel ripped off. It's just hard to nail that right out of the gate as a new salon owner, and something I would advise you to seek advice on from other local salon owners if you're comfortable doing that. The next con is that it's not just about what happens in the chair. Because the mistake that I made in my first year that I see other new salon owners making all the time is we tend to neglect the customer experience outside of the chair when we're first getting started. As hairdressers, we're trained to work magic when that client is in front of us, from the shampoo massage to chatting with them throughout the service, maybe even a hand massage while their color processes. But we don't so often think about, was the online booking process a hassle? Does it take forever to ring up the products they want because your point of sale system is clunky? Are they getting convenient appointment reminders through their email or text messages? Were they asked about rebooking at checkout? As hairdressers, we feel that we are the experience, and that's true. But once you shift into salon owner, we have to recognize that every single touch point matters, from how the receptionist greets them to how easy it is to book online. And that brings me to something critical. If I could go back and tell myself one thing before opening my salon, it would be this: get your software sorted and get everyone trained on it before your grand opening. And I know how that sounds, because it's booking appointments and ringing people up. What is so complicated about that, right? Wrong. Every software works differently, calls things different names, has its own quirks, and nothing, I mean nothing, grinds salon productivity and profitability to a halt like a tech issue at the front desk on a busy Saturday. So, now I want to show you 3 options real quick, because choosing the right booking software matters a lot more than you might be thinking. All right, first up is Booker. This is an enterprise-grade platform that was founded back in 2007, but acquired by Mindbody in 2018. Today, pricing starts at $139 per month for the starter plan, and that includes 24/7 online booking, up to 3,000 text notifications per month, enterprise level, like I said, and access to the Mindbody Explore marketplace, where potential clients can discover you. The pros of Booker are that you get comprehensive reporting if you have complex operations. It is really great for multi-location businesses, especially if you've got like 50 plus total staff, and that marketplace access can genuinely drive new clients. The cons of Booker are that, honestly, the mobile app has really gone downhill. I used this one years ago, but now it's got super frequent crashes, login issues, freezing, and customer support wait times can exceed an hour. Plus, it's pricey, especially once you start adding some of the add-ons that you probably want as a bigger salon. So, Booker is really best for large, established salon chains and businesses that can work primarily from desktop rather than relying on that mobile app, because the desktop version still works pretty dang well. I am a big fan. If you want the AI booking assistant features they've recently added, though, you need to go all the way up to the Ultimate Plus plan at $599 per month. Next up is Vigaro. Vigaro's been around since 2009, and over that time has built a really solid reputation for offering a wide range of features without the premium price tag. Because unlike Booker, pricing for Vigaro starts at $23.99 per month. That gets you one bookable calendar for one service provider with appointment scheduling, online booking, and automated reminders. Then you add $10 per month for each additional stylist, so very straightforward in terms of the price. Now, like Booker, with its MindBody Explore marketplace, a big pro of Vigaro is that they also have a marketplace for organic client discovery. Beyond that, you get a really good set of features at a competitive price, so it's a solid value. The interface is also fairly intuitive. You'll find that stylists don't need extensive training in order to get the basic functionality of this one. It can also route payments to specific stylist and booth rental settings, and that is such a headache resolved to just have that built in. In terms of drawbacks, this one has gotten a little bit buggy recently, I will say. So there are like occasional processing and accounting issues where the software will say an appointment is unpaid, even though they've swiped their card and the money is present, has been taken. The customer support quality can be inconsistent too. Sometimes you get someone who is on it and really great. Other times you get someone who seems like they're probably pretty clearly reading a script and don't actually understand your problem. There are a couple other odd glitches too. Like, this isn't super common, but I have heard of people who block out a time slot and then somehow a client is still able to book an appointment there. And that's, nightmare scenario. We never want that. But despite these occasional glitches, Vigaro can be a really great choice for small to medium salons if you have 2 to 7 or so service providers and you want a good amount of functionality, but you aren't interested in paying the premium price. This is especially a good choice if you all are comfortable with software that is good but not perfect in exchange for the very affordable $23.99 a month or more. And finally, Boulevard. Boulevard launched in 2016 and was specifically built from the ground up for salons and spas, not adapted from fitness or other industries, which is not true for Vigaro and Booker. Both of those started as originally not being salon software. Pricing for Boulevard starts at $176 per month for the Essentials plan, or $158 per month if you pay annually. That'll give you up to 5 professionals and includes online booking, 100 free 2-way text messages per month, smart scheduling that will suggest optimal appointment time so no one has a gappy day, waitlist management, and multi-service booking, so if someone wants a haircut with one member of staff and a color with a different member, they can easily book that in one flow. There are a lot of pros to Boulevard. They really have put some thought into this. It's got a beautiful modern interface that both staff and clients genuinely love using. The customer support is exceptional, consistently faster and way more responsive than competitors. And the big one is their precision scheduling that identifies and fills gaps in your calendar to help you maximize revenue. This is a true all-in-one solution, so you're not juggling multiple disconnected systems for your marketing, your reporting, your payroll, your client notes, your appointment confirmations. I mean that. Absolutely everything, even your forms and waivers, all live here on one dashboard. Now, that said, the drawbacks with Boulevard are that, first of all, the premium pricing, just plain and simple, might be a little cost prohibitive if you have just a couple providers. There's also no free trial available, so you'll have to book a demo with their sales team and go from there. And some features, like resource scheduling, aren't available on the basic tier. You have to upgrade to a higher tier. Now, who it's best for would be established salons with around 5 service providers who are really ready to invest in premium software for long-term efficiency and client retention. Growth-focused salons that prioritize the client experience above all else and want to have one platform instead of multiple different tools are also really going to want to take a close look at Boulevard. All right, let's bring this all together. Running a salon business is one of the most rewarding things I've ever done with my life. The ability to genuinely impact people's lives, to build something from nothing, to prove to yourself that you're capable of more than you ever imagined, you can't put a value on that. But it's also messy. complicated and emotionally exhausting in ways you can't fully prepare for. People will test your boundaries, you will question your own policies, and you will wonder if you made the right call on a hire or a firing. So here's what I want you to take away from all of this. The pros are absolutely worth it if you go into it with your eyes open. Don't romanticize it. Don't assume it'll be easy just because you're great behind the chair. That goes a long way, but there's a lot more to learn too. And whatever you do, do not neglect the operational side of your business. Your software, your policies, your systems, these things matter just as much as your technical skills. Honestly, maybe more. So if you're thinking about opening a salon or you're in your first year and feeling a little overwhelmed, drop a comment and let us know what you're struggling with. We are here to help however we can. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.